our nation, there are about 1.7 million homeless youth. For my senior project, I wanted to look more in depth on the homeless youth population in my backyard. I set out to find this hidden population. I chose this topic by walking on the streets and wondering how I can help that homeless man or that homeless woman. Extreme guilt would hover over me when I passed them with $10 in my wallet, but really not courageous enough to give that money to them. I went back and I talked with my mentor about this topic in particular. She really sparked my interest in helping the youth part of the homeless community. After a bit of research, I noticed that the youth could be found right here in my backyard in Reno, Nevada. With my goal in finding these homeless youth, I started my experience of flying a sign in Truckee, California. Well, today is November 1st. It's my first day filming as my documentary. Today, my main focus is to see the general public's ideas or opinions on me being homeless, and I am kind of just seeing whether they react to it in like a paternalistic way or not, and we'll figure it out. Yeah, people just look at me and look away, like they don't have any business with me on set. Well, nobody's giving me money, but I think that every car that's passed us so far has ran this stop sign. So we got that on tape if we ever want to bring that to the police, you know. Yep, there goes another person running this stop sign.
How you doing, bro?
I'm alright, how are you? How you doing? You have any spare change, possibly?
Huh?
Do you have any spare change, possibly?
I'll get you some, bro. I'll be giving you $10 right now, bro.
Oh, dude.
He's up there at the bank. Where's the bank at?
The bank?
Yeah.
There's Wells Fargo Bank right up there.
He's up there. I'll give you $10.
Oh,
bro.
Thank you so much, man. That would definitely help. Yeah, I'm not sure where that guy went. He said he was going up to Wells Fargo. I don't know if you guys caught that. He said he was going up to Wells Fargo to get $10 from his girlfriend to give to me, actually. And the strange thing about that, the surprising thing about that, is that he is actually homeless also, and he plans to ride that bike that he was on to North Dakota and get there somehow. But if he comes back with $10, I'm definitely not going to accept that $10 from him, and Skyler and I put together $7 that we could give him. Hopefully he won't be too mad that I lied to him about actually being homeless. See how it goes. Actually, no, it's fine, man. I have to be honest with you, and I'm not actually homeless, but I'm doing a project, an experiment on where I can go out and see the public's reaction to homeless people out on the streets, because I know that they aren't giving enough attention as they should. Guy driving a Ford Raptor. Let's see it. Let's see if he's gonna stop. Of course not. Why would he? Ma'am, you don't have any spare change, do you? Excuse me? No? Alright. Thanks anyways. It's like everybody avoids confrontation with me. They walk around me so that they don't have to make eye contact. Alright. I'm over it. Nobody is coming, dude. Nobody. Nobody cares about the homeless youth of America. One of the first lessons I learned out on the streets is that the lower class helps the lower class much more than the middle or upper class helps the lower class. I knew that the homeless not only fly their signs, they have to have somewhere to sleep at night. Because of this, I decided to figure out what it would be like to be homeless. It's about 9 p.m. Tonight we're in Kings Beach and we're pretending to be homeless. I'm gonna sit out here all night and with this sign here, and I am just going to see what it's like to spend a night on the streets, and I'm gonna try and get some empathy for the homeless youth in the area and try and see what it's like to survive the elements. For this experiment, I didn't eat any dinner to kind of feel what some of the homeless may have felt, because oftentimes they can't eat dinner. Oftentimes they go to sleep starving, and I want to kind of see what that'll feel like. So 2 a.m. Hold on, let me check here. Okay, it's about 2 a.m. It's actually 2:13 a.m. I haven't slept much tonight, actually. I am just really cold. It's difficult to try and sleep out here. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in hours. I haven't eaten since lunchtime. And that's definitely coming into play. I feel like I'm not going to be able to sleep all night. I don't know when I'll be able to sleep. I'm kind of afraid of people too. There's people walking around all the time. I wake up to just like bushes rattling or something, some noise, and it's frightening. It's definitely what I'm not expected, or not what I'm not expecting. Definitely what I'm not used to. It's the end of the night. It's 4:30. I really didn't sleep much last night. I think I slept like a total of an hour or two. This is a definite uncomfortable living situation. I tried to make myself a little box here to live in and to sleep in overnight, kind of shelter and some sort of protection. Didn't work. I'm freezing. It's uncomfortable. I still heard noises all night outside. I was still frightened. I didn't feel very secure. I don't know how you can feel secure out here. I don't know how kids can do it. I don't know how people can do it. It's definite tough experience, and I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. These homeless youth go through extreme difficulties every day, and I realized what even the difficulties of falling asleep was like tonight. It amazes me. After experiencing a gist of being homeless, I decided to go find other homeless in Truckee asking for help. This made me come in contact with a homeless man named Griffin. How long have you been a homeless man?
I've been homeless for, gosh, about 4 months now.
4 months?
Yeah, the entire summer.
The entire summer, okay. And you get out of what do you think the community can do to really help you and help boost you? Because obviously you don't want to be a homeless person, so.
They need to have a homeless shelter somewhere, and they don't.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like a Truckee homeless shelter?
A Truckee homeless shelter. At least that's my opinion. Hey, I got some extra food over there. Some people gave it back to me, and I don't have enough room in my backpack to carry it back.
Really?
So, I mean, there's a couple granola bars, there's some trail mix, and some tuna, and yeah, if you want it.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for
I got my other stuff that actually I got also, like some egg, like egg parmesan, something like that. And so I'm not willing to carry all of it back, but I'll carry like that back. So.
Man, we can't do that. I mean, I think you definitely need it. So.
All right.
Yeah. Griffin is the classic example of the lower class helping the lower class, or homeless helping the other homeless. Griffin talking about the need for a shelter in Truckee led me on to search, and it led me to find homeless people in Reno. This search really wasn't hard. Quickly we found a man named Steve. I'm here with Steve, homeless in the local Reno area. And he's pretty familiar with the homeless and homeless youth populations, and he agreed to answering a few questions, and so I'm ready to ask him a few questions. And what do you think the population, if you were to estimate the population the homeless population is in Reno?
I'd say 2,000 plus.
2,000 plus?
You bet. They're strung everywhere. You can't catch them all in one spot because they're smart enough not to be all together.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen them all over these rivers, all over down past Second, Tukitski, Camp, everywhere. Okay.
What about, more in particular, what about the homeless youth in the area? Where do they usually hang out, and how many do you think there are?
Well, I don't know how many there are, but I know they hang out over there in that concrete circle over there by the Java jungle. That's where they're hiding out, most of them are. Or they hang out across the street over the park. They'll migrate. They're like me, we migrate. We don't stay in one spot too long. It draws attention. Move around, and better scenery, something to do. How many are there? I couldn't guess. I know there's over 100.
Over 100?
Over 100. I meet them all the time out here.
Okay.
And I joke with them and I go, yeah, I'm old enough to be your grandfather, so. I tell them, this is not a career move, okay? It is not, okay? It happens, but you guys are going to school and stuff, don't choose this as a career.
Exactly. And what kind of, do you know of any organizations or any homeless shelters that isolate the youth in particular and try and help them?
Oh yeah, there's a new one. I don't know if it's up there on 4th and Sutro, it's on 4th Street. They just opened it. I heard it on the news one morning. They opened it for the youth only. So they can go in there and coffee, donuts, pop, whatever. Recreation center, showers, kick back, watch TV. I think they had a library. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but I know that Megan and some of those people down in that park know because they told me where it was. I asked them where it was because I thought it was for everybody. She told me it's for youth only. There you go. There you go. It's to help them out. Okay.
And you support that, I take it?
Oh, you bet. I'll support anything as long as it's a good cause. Okay. If it's a good cause, I mean, you've got to help the youth because they shouldn't be out here. Okay. I shouldn't be out here either, but they're kids. They're the future of America. It's like the little kids that come through here in the red carts and stuff that come through from the nursery. I go, well, the future of America. Okay, that's what you guys are. Okay? But this is not something you want to do because they even have occupation where they'll help you get a job, or they help you get your GED, or they're going to help you get your skills up to get a job or something like that. That's what you guys need. You don't need to be out here. You really don't. This is not a career, lifetime thing you want to pull off. You know?
We also learned that we were a lot closer to the youth than we had originally thought. Meeting Steve inspired me to look more into the shelters offered in this area, and particularly the ones that help the youth. I went back home after meeting with Steve to find out how I could help the homeless youth. I stumbled upon the Nevada Youth Empowerment Project. I came in contact with the Nevada Youth Empowerment Project, and I was able to visit their home. I met with one of the girls at the home, and she participated in the point in time count. This is Nina. She used to be a homeless youth, and she actually participated in the 2015 homeless youth count, and she's here to tell us a little bit about that. And Nina, what was that like? What was it like searching around for homeless youth in the area?
It's not really easy to find homeless teens. Like sometimes they will sleep on at college and you'll think they're a college student, or they're either couch surfing from friends' house to families and they're just couch surfing. So it's kind of hard to reach out to them, and the only way to like outreach to them is if you know them personally so that you can spread the word.
Okay. And also, like, what type of survey, what's the survey like that you ask them? What type of questions do you ask them, and how accurate is that?
We ask them how old they are, where they've been sleeping, where they slept the last night, how long they have been homeless for. So usually homeless can mean you're either just staying at a friend's house for a night, you're living in a motorhome, you're living in a hotel room, you're just sleeping on a couch. It doesn't just mean that you sleep on the street. It's different varieties of being homeless. And we ask them about their orientation, if they're bi, or if they're straight, or if they're lesbian, what did they do, if they still come in contact with their parents, if they have any contact with their parents, if they know any type of resources, and if we also ask if we could give them housing, would they take it, and a lot of them will say yes. And then we ask them why they became homeless, so it's usually due to religious, or there's trouble in the family, so like there's sexual abuse, there's physical abuse, there's emotional abuse, and the list can just go on and on and on why they became homeless.
And also, just one more thing, what type of accuracies are there in testing the age of the homeless youth? Like, do you ID them, or do they have IDs, or?
A lot of them won't have IDs, or they have expired, and we don't ask them to give us their IDs because that's not what we're there for. We want them to trust us so that we can get the information that we need out of them, so that we can get the most accurate decision on how much there really is. And honestly, you can tell which ones are like kind of like the youngsters. We look from the ages of 18 to 24, and we give them all the resources that we can. So that usually just means clothing, food. We have 3 meals a day, and it's a 24-hour thing, and we just stay up all night and just put it all together. And then, I mean, this year we actually had a tent that was nice and warm, and a lot of them just stayed and just slept on the floor in the tent, which was pretty awesome. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
While learning about this home and the point in time count, we met one girl in particular named Tiffany. Prior to finding the Nevada Youth Empowerment Project, Tiffany was one of many homeless youth on the streets in Reno, Nevada. She suffered from meth and heroin addictions, and through the Nevada Youth Empowerment Project, she's changed. She now looks for work and connections, and she's trying to fit back in with society. Tiffany, you used to be homeless. You were a homeless youth in the Reno area. What kind of things did you experience when you were homeless, and how did you come to the Nevada Youth Empowerment Project, and how did they help you?
I found this over from my sister. I was, living on the streets, and I was just tired of being tired. I knew that I wanted to get out of that lifestyle and that gang and that drug use that I was in so far deep in my addiction.
Yeah. What type of things did the Nevada Youth Empowerment Project do to really help you with your addictions and help you change?
Well, I got in here and I started looking for work. I go to NA meetings here. And I really try to, Monica helps me out, and she talks to me and stuff like that.
Okay, and can you maybe talk about your experience on the streets and what that was like with the addiction and...
Okay, it was hard. It was really hard. I don't wish it on anyone. It was more like torturous almost. It was really just I was so tired of being tired. When you're on the streets, you always have to keep your guard up, and always, especially if you're doing, hard drugs like I was into, you really have to keep your guard up and everything. So, I would have to do meth and stuff just to stay awake, because I wasn't trying to get raped or, killed or anything, so I would literally have to stay up and be on the streets and watch it.
So you really felt like that was a serious...
Yes.
Wow. Okay, thank you. Helping the homeless youth really begins with knowing that their presence exists. Like I did this past year, I encourage you to find the hidden population.